But first stop Colombia, where a well-known dance company is working to further the process of reconciliation in this violent, conflict-ridden country.
Step by step toward reconciliation. The choreography Exilio is dedicated to the victims of terrorism in Colombia. Uncounted dead and millions of refugees within the country. After Sudan, Colombia is the country with the most internal refugees in the world. The city of Medellin was once the bastion of drug cartels. Today, culture is returning. 150 refugees from all over Colombia are part of the dance project Exilio. The idea came from choreographer Álvaro Restrepo.
Exilio is a ceremony, a homage to the victims of the armed conflict in Colombia. So far, 5,900,000 people have lost their homes. We can speak of a parallel country of people in difficult situations, displaced people who have lost their rights.
Colombia is rich in natural resources. But for 50 years, since the 1960s, guerrilla groups like the FARC, paramilitary groups, and the army have been fighting. Caught in the middle are the citizens, tyrannized, terrorized, and brutally driven from their homes. But recently, the government and the FARC have begun negotiating an end to the fighting.
The FARC told everyone in the village, "Get out."
My father was killed when my mother was 3 months pregnant.
We left everything behind.
I was left with just my life and my children.
The paramilitaries, the FARC and the army all fight over the territory. They don't think about the people.
Sadly, it's us, the poorest, we who live in the countryside, who suffer from it. In Exilio, we commemorate these things, but we also want to think about how we look ahead and how life continues.
Remembrance and hope. The rehearsal process is a catharsis, healing old wounds. The peace process and national reconciliation are the goal, and the dancers also want to shake Colombians awake. To that purpose, they stand together on the stage, the victims of displacement and 30 professional dancers from Restrepo's dance school, the Colegio del Cuerpo, the College of the Body. Started as a social project in 1997, it's now one of Colombia's most renowned dance schools.
The Colegio del Cuerpo is a school of life and of art. We want to give children and young people from difficult situations a chance. If they learn to love art, they're less susceptible to the dangers and bad influences that young people are exposed to in this country.
Myolis and Ricardo entered the dance school when they were children. Now they're world-class dancers.
I live in a working people's barrio in Cartagena named Nelson Mandela. It's a neighborhood with conflicts and gangs and a pretty weak economy. I was fortunate to have the chance to escape through the Colegio del Cuerpo, to learn a lot and discover new things outside of the life in the barrio.
This is what these societal flashpoints, the barrios, look like. They're still impoverished, ruled by gangs, and dangerous. Myolis and Ricardo dream of a new, safe Colombia.
The Colegio del Cuerpo is an institution where we work with dance, not just as an art form, but also as a way of improving people and society. A project like Exilio is born out of this concept and this philosophical idea.
In Colombia and internationally, the project has been successful with audiences and critics. It sends an important signal.
We're experiencing a moment of hope because a new peace process began a few months ago. We hope it will end this conflict, which has raged for much too long, more than 50 years. Now we Colombians should realize that we can build a country where we can all live in peace.
And so the College of the Body will continue to perform Exilio. Colombia and Brazil are the two most powerful economies in Latin America. An end to the conflict could fuel further development. This fall, the company will go on tour through Europe to dance its vision of a new, peaceful Colombia.